Hi everyone and welcome to Cooking in Manhattan. This is Serena and today I am going to take you to my childhood. The recipe we are going to prepare is called Clafoutis aux cerises. It's a French dish that sounds very fancy, but really it's between a pancake and custard with a lot of flavorful cherries. And since one of my viewers asked me to prepare something that is gluten-free, this is for you and this is gluten-free. Let's take a look at the ingredients, because clafoutis aux cerises can be made with cherries, of course, but also you can use frozen cherries in the winter and definitely any other kind of fruit. I make them with peaches, I make them with pears or apples, and it's really good all the time. Anyway, we have 2 cups of cherries that I pitted already. We have 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk. I use skim milk, but you can use the kind of milk that you normally use. Then I have a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of butter, and flour. As we said, we wanted to make this recipe gluten-free, so I selected 1/2 cup of rice flour that is very fine, and to give this a little bit of a kick and a lot more flavor, a 1/4 cup of almond meal or almond flour. And I also want to flavor this with a little bit of amaretto di Saronno to boost the almond flavor that I think goes so well with the cherries. The batter for clafoutis is very much like the batter of crepes, so we are going to use the blender once more. I am going to put in the 2 eggs. That's my favorite thing, cracking eggs, my favorite thing. Then the flour. This is the rice flour, and this other is the almond flour. Then the milk, 1 cup of milk. And finally, just a dash of, if I can open it, let's see, yes, I can open it. Just a dash of amaretto di Saronno, more or less 1/2 tablespoon, maybe if you want a little bit more. And then 1/2 of the sugar that we set aside, so it's a 1/4 cup of sugar. I am going to close this, and well, before it makes a lot of noise, I am going to liquefy this, so it's going to operate for more or less 1 minute, and then set it aside in the fridge until I'm ready to work on the cherries and pour the batter on top of the cherries. So, let's get going. We are ready to work on the cherries. I am putting the butter in the pan, and I'm melting the butter, and when everything is melting and bubbly, I will make sure to swirl it around the pan so that every single part of the pan is really coated in butter. And next, the cherries. Now I'm going to put in the cherries. I'm going to cook them a little bit in the butter for 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will add the rest of the sugar. I am going to sprinkle the remaining 1/4 cup of sugar on the cherries, like this. And then I am going to slowly caramelize them before I put the batter in. This will allow for a really warm and buttery flavor, but also it's going to taste like caramel with cherry in it, so it's really tasty. The clafoutis is ready. We waited a little bit so it's cold and manageable, but you can have it warm as well. And now I'm ready to have a piece. It is so good. It's custardy, but it's like a pancake. I hope you enjoy making it, and I will see you again on the next Cooking in Manhattan. Ciao!